Oh, somebody, please put me out of my miserable life with that damn music. StreamYard, what the hell did you do? Oh my gosh, it's like the friggin' Hallmark Channel took over YouTube with that god awful introduction. Oh man, we're supposed to be a place of positivity and fun and everything, and you come out and you're put to sleep by the oh my okay. I guess it says I gotta get creative and come up with a more exciting wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Opening. Hello everybody. Dadman Walking 55 coming to you live at a special hour on a Wednesday night, a little bit earlier. Tonight is a exercise in flexibility that I've learned to have to live with in the last few years. Not only the tonight was originally scheduled with Max Redstone talking baseball, but we've moved that to next Wednesday night in place of our movie stream. But Max was so gracious to agree to reschedule because I didn't know 2 days ago, 3 days ago, exactly what tonight would bring, So we didn't want a big commitment if I had to drop Max. So we decided to push it back a week. And then it happened. Things would go, hey, let's stream tonight. Let's stick with it. By the way, I got to put the tweet out. And so now we're here tonight. So I will put the tweet out in just a second. But let me bring on a couple of our people for tonight. You know her, you love her. She's the queen of the channel. She's the person I cannot do anything without. She's the IT department. And she got over 500 subscribers. She is now monetized, but you can also contribute to her on Ko-Fi, where she gets more. And you can also go and super chat her now because she's monetized. And I'll bring you to let her talk
Would you just stop it?
You know me and my introductions. It's the great Mrs. Dadman Walking. Hey, Mrs.
And I have control. I could send him out of the stream if I wanted to, but I
you have a superpower as a guest. Yes. How
Hello.
are you doing?
Part of your mic stopped at some point, so I don't know what happened.
Okay, there. But also the thing is, tell everybody how it's been going and how monetization's going, and a little bit about what you're going to do, because I know you haven't rolled out the memberships yet, right?
No, I am going to work on the memberships, but I have been really thinking hard what to do for them because I want to do it right because I've always hated it when I have joined, paid a membership to a channel, and not that you necessarily expect stuff. I mean, you want to support them, but it would be nice, like to have a member stream or something like that, So I'm really working toward what to do because I want to make sure, like, my smaller tier, that they get some stuff, even if it's just like some emotes or some emojis, whatever they're called. And as we get higher up, some better things. And so I'm working on it, and hopefully it'll be soon. But we're going camping at the early next month, and so my brain is starting to like kind of chill. But we'll get them. We'll get them done. So can I show what I'm going to be doing tonight? Or do you want to? I'll wait till Max until you get our second guest in. So, but okay, you there, Dadman? I think something's happening.
No, I muted myself that time. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to multitask and get the stupid tweet out. So me, I cannot type and talk. I suck at that. But let's bring in our second guest of the night. I think you love him. Mrs. really loves to eat his seafood chowder. Cream of Creole chowder. Yes. But hey, that's just how good the guy is. He still lets you eat a soup, but still will come on and talk to you and everything else. It's the one, the only, the great Cub fan himself, Max Redstone. Hello, Max.
That was a cream of Creole crawfish chowder,
yes,
Mr. McLean.
And it was good.
Crawfish. I forgot the crawfish. Yes.
And
it was good.
Oh, and there's Mrs. McLean. So nice to make your acquaintance.
Hello,
we have Mr. Hans Gruber tonight.
Yeah. Yes. Well, hi.
Hi.
Good evening.
Well, welcome, Max, and thank you again. Like I said, I did not know a couple days, as of Miss will tell you about a day or two ago. I did
Yeah,
not know what to expect tonight, and I
You
appreciate
didn't
you being
know
with us.
until this morning
well,
or later this afternoon. It's just been crazy.
I'll tell you, my dad was once in the ICU for 60 days, and he was getting out, and on July 3rd, right before July 4th, July 3rd, the charge nurse comes up to me. She's a nice Russian lady. She's like, "Oh, I have good news. Your father is being stepped down." It's like, wait a second. You're throwing him out of the ICU? You can't do that.
Did they send him
You know,
home
it's
or
like,
just put him?
no, he went to a step down unit for a month. It
Right.
was
Yeah.
I'll tell you the story of my dad if I haven't already later on, but you know, it's just it was
Right.
needless to say, I learned there what institutionalization what really was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I share real quick? I'm going to go ahead and start this. This is for Dadman.
Just for Snortapoopus, yes.
Snortapoopus, I am doing a diamond painting of a unicorn. So I want to go ahead and start it. So there you go. And so you don't have to put me full screen, but I'm going to be working on this while I
can
while
sing
we
a
talk.
song though.
No, you cannot.
Or once was it?
I guess you can. It's your show. You can do whatever the hell you
No,
want.
I know we can. Well, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Let's say hello to the great unicorn lover himself, the great polar bear. Yeah. What's up, Max?
Hey, while we're there, while we're saying hello to this person.
Yes.
He already saw this on King Dolphin TV for the Ides of March.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, Snortapoopus. Yes.
I love it.
There you go. That's an awesome. Yes.
So
the rubber human suit's just as cool as that. So hey, Grok has done some interesting things with us and bananas lately. So
this is actually Adobe. So thank Firefly.
Well,
anyhow,
well, that's cool.
Thank you,
Mrs. still works wonders with a color palette. What was that? I
use Publisher, and I ham and egg my stuff. So.
Do you use Microsoft Publisher?
Yeah, that's what I use most of my.
Oh wow! No,
because I don't know how to. I don't know how to do anything else. Use anything
I'm just
else.
I miss Microsoft Publisher.
Well, I don't know about any of that. I just use Excel as an accountant and Word to type. So and I still suck at. But I'm good with the numbers, but typing, yeah. You never know. But hey, good to see a face that's familiar but has been a while. O.C. Dobbins.
Hello, O.C. Dobbins.
Good to see you. Mr. Alabama also himself out there. I'll say roll tide for that guy, but only him. Only him. I will say that.
Rolling.
Speaking of that, I'll get briefly on the March Madness in a minute. Today is the best freaking I love it. Starts especially tomorrow with the full day, midnight to 1 a.m. of basketball. Anyway, I'll talk about that in a moment. Legatus Legionize, good to see you tonight. Hail to you. Glad you are here with us. Max Redstone snuck in the backstage. Bang there. Let's see. Snortapoopus says hello to the missus and the Mrs. Hesh the banana. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, you go. Midran, hey. Mirden, how are you tonight? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well over there.
Banana.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And this is somebody I got plans for tomorrow. Hopefully it works out. But it's the great Yarn Witch live. Hello, friends.
Hello.
Good to see you tonight, Yarn Witch. How are you doing? Good to see you. Snortapoopus is screaming no at your thing. With the
but it'll
unicorns.
be cute. It'll be cute. This is a cute one, unlike when Dadman sings.
Is it going to be going
once was a unicorn with magical feet? Sorry. Yes, that was perfect.
Your talents lie elsewhere.
I know they do, but I don't care. Embrace the suckitude, Why the hell do you think I do karaoke? I just embrace it with Staying Alive. I'm too sexy for my cat. All those songs like that. My theme song. The missus just loves when I sing that one.
Yes.
You'll never get another Kriegsmarine with that attitude.
Well, screw the Kriegsmarine. It's meant to be sunk, so... Oh, man, Snortapoopus has actually worn a toga in real life. What have you not worn, Snortapoopus? Oh, wait a
And
second.
he's a bear.
I got it. I got the meme for you guys tonight. Buddy Hepburn, hello. Yes, hit like, subscribe. Hello, Sashi. Greetings. We never know what we will go with Sashi around. Food will usually break out. Yes, and Midran is glad to see y'all alive. Hey, great to have you with us tonight. Store Poopers went muted and unsubscribed. Well, folks, for you new, this is kind of like our squirrel stream. We basically have no topic. We use the force. We go wherever we want to. We jump on all kinds of different topics, tree to tree, nut to nut, and you never know what we will get onto. We could go from cereal to music to whatever else. We got magical unicorns. We can do art. We could do all kinds of silly stuff here. But I'm going to start off since,
Wait, could I say that,
Yeah.
the reason I'm doing this
Yeah.
is because you have over 700 subscribers now. And
Mhm.
I was going to do it at your 700 stream, but we're not really sure when that's going to be.
Right.
So I said, I want to do it now. So I went ahead and just decided to do it.
I
So,
think that's a good idea. Hey, don't tell me how. I'm old. I know what it looks like, but you're probably right. I don't care. If the mouse can take it over, I can too. And Midran said, hit that like button and sub to these amazing people. Thank you so much, and especially to the missus. But hey, guess what? And this is
What?
for you. This is for you. This is for because of that wonderful song, and I can't wait to see the reaction to this one because you know my theme song, right? That great, wonderful song. But hey, I saw this meme out there on Twitter today. Hey, Wade, good to see you too. Oh, he went to his for Buc-ee's today. Yay, which we do love. But hey, this is me. Too young to retire, too poor to quit, too fat to strip. But hey, that last one ain't gonna stop me. I'm from that. Streaking down the street, boom.
I'm too sexy for my love.
Yeah. Nice, Max. Yes, Miss. That's my theme song, right?
It is his thing.
Yeah.
He's not kidding.
Yeah, and I tell you, I'm a performer.
I'm a Dadman, you know what I mean.
God, that's great, Max. I mean, I wish I had y'all's musical talent, ability to. Yes, exactly. Hence, no pants. Exactly, buddy. See, this is my role model growing up. Donald Duck. Yeah, hey, you don't need pants. Starter Poopus doesn't wear pants. Why do we need pants? Look, Donald Duck just needs a shirt. That's all you got. Run down the street as you are.
Yep.
Let's see.
That's kind of scary if you think about it.
It's not too bad. Anyway.
Yeah, you running it down the street naked is scary. Sorry.
The world could only wish and hope. And hey, Jess. Jess, good to see you tonight. How are you doing? Sorry, because my ears are under assault. So, all right. So, let's see. We were going to actually talk about that cream of Creole. Yeah, we were talking about that.
Crawfish.
Yeah, who are you adding? Hello. As Sashi says, as long as I do it off camera. Exactly. That way you don't. It's okay. Oh, come on, man. You're the Mr. Food guy over across the planet. So, hey. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Jess comes into, this is the beauty of the show. So many people do this. I come into, quote, you running down the street is scary. Yes, exactly. So, but yeah, it's that cream of
crawfish.
Cream of crawfish soup.
I can't get either the Creole or the crawfish. I leave either one off of it.
No, mind you, Dad, man. You got to hit the 3 C's. You hit the cream, you hit the Creole, and then you hit the catfish on the way out. You got to do it that way.
Gotcha. Cream of Creole catfish. No, damn it.
There you go.
Oh, no, he said catfish.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to give him his one-ups.
Cream of Creole chowder. No, cream of Creole crawfish chowder.
You know what? Close enough.
Just go with it. Just
hey, by the way, Sashi remembers the story from one of our last streams about the guy that molested the manatee out in public. Yes, exactly. No, I will not do that. I'm not a freak like that. No, that's freaky. That's no.
Yeah, well, they do just sort of lie there.
Yeah, that was just a bad one.
No, I'm not going to say they're asking for it.
No, thank you. Thank you for not saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Max, you were going to share some of your photographs
Yeah,
with
give
us.
me a second. I just got a bunch of them together, and
See, I like the arts and stuff like that, but I have no technical aptitude for that stuff. I'm a numbers guy. I truly am a numbers analytic, not analytics as these idiots in the NFL use it now, but I like
man.
analyzing things, numbers, sports, all that stuff. But you guys with this ability to do stuff, create beauty and stuff like that, I just has always
But you
amazed
can
me.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
You just can't create it, and
right.
that's good too.
Well, Max
See.
with his photography and his work with the drones is amazing. You with those,
These are
crafters. I
just
really want to have a craft stream one day. I keep talking about it because I love learning. I love seeing new things, and it's really amazing what y'all do.
So okay, let me give me 1 minute. I just gotta get this, or it got a little bit discombobulated. 1 and 2.
Yes, I do need to tell her about the Yellow River in St. Petersburg. There was also another story I came across that I need to tell Lorena about. Yeah, for Welcome to Florida.
There's that, and finally, wait, one more.
Well, Yarnwich says the talent with numbers is really impressive. Math is my Achilles heel. Yeah, so Mrs. Kant, the other day at the friggin' hospital, she looked at me. They're like, "How long y'all been married?" And she looked straight at me immediately, and I'm like,
I don't
29 years.
well, I
I
can
know.
kind of figure it out now because I use my oldest. I have to think about it because I am not good with numbers, and I've just now gotten where I can kind of do the math for ages on the birthday celebration.
Okay,
But
here we
now
go.
I've used Wikipedia, and so they're right there, so I don't have to think again.
I've always loved math, but what's so funny was I was failing math in high school until like algebra 2, and we did the same thing for like 3 months, and somehow the light went on at that point, and I could do math in my head and everything else. It's just
I
crazy
didn't learn
stuff.
my multiplication tables until I was in 10th grade, and I tried. It wasn't that I just was lazy. I could not do it. They do those little speed drill crap, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So, you ready?
Max, are you a math guy though, or not?
No, not really. I'm not numbers or language so much as I'm art and history. It's like I see. The thing is like if I had a job on the trading floor, and there are two types of guys. The futures guys who would just be like, "I'll, 2 bid, 3 offer," and they just do that all day. Then there were the guys who's doing options, who actually had to know numbers and math and think on their feet, and I wasn't so good at that.
Right.
No.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's interesting. Well, let me finish one thing. Like y'all said with the crafting and all this stuff, because that's what all those things with Max, your photography misses with the yarn, the crafts, like Yarn Witch out there, you guys with all that stuff. It just amazes me how this stuff goes, and I like art. I took art classes in college that most business majors wouldn't have taken. It was really, really, really cool, especially like in the 1800s, the 1900s. That was really a good time period I liked. So, but maybe we'll have to have a music and art stream one day. All right, Max, show us what you got, because you're about to go into something you were telling us about.
In about 8 weeks, I'm going to be doing my very first art fair. And
yay!
Wait a second. So I gotta share. I shared my screen.
Okay.
With this just showing some of my work.
So neat.
And so the work I just do a lot of photography. I went to school for photography, so I was trained in sports, and I was trained in sports photography, photojournalism, studio photography. I learned how to use like medium format view cameras, all kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
But what really drew my interest was panoramic photography. Like I was always and now keep in mind this photo. Now, can you tell me when this photo was taken? Just guess.
1997.
That's Reasonable guess. It's actually 2006.
Oh, okay.
And you could tell that because there's no Trump Tower in it.
Okay.
It would be right about here. So
Right in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, and then over yonder here, there's like a whole new canyon wall of super skyscrapers. Anyway, this is the top. This is from the observation deck of the John Hancock Building, which is like right at the So this is and so what I love doing is taking multiple photos and stitching them together. And fortunately, like now you can do that on your cell phone.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and that just shows how trickle down may not work in economics. We're not talking politics here, but trickle down doesn't always work in economics, but it definitely works in technology. Mm-hmm. So
that's kind of what they do around my office. Is it all trickles down? The newer people get the older crap.
So basically what I was doing is.
Hey, by the way, Jess is a big Chicago.
Well, yeah.
Yes,
I lived in Chicago for 30 years. So this I had to do by hand in like masking and layers and masking and because you could ask Photoshop to give me this type of panorama with this type of projection and but it's not going to it wouldn't be able to give you something really accurate. Everything would be all screwed up. The software was not, number one, the software wasn't powerful enough, and if it was, you probably wouldn't have a computer hardware and enough RAM or video RAM to run it. So I started off doing stuff by hand.
Mm-hmm.
So this was in 2007. This is in New Orleans. This is in the 9th Ward. Now, what you're seeing here on the sides here, this is a group that I went down to the 9th Ward with my school, Columbia College, Chicago, and we took some high school kids from the city and some parents. And we're just touring. And what the thing in the middle is, this is a movie set.
Huh.
And this photo was taken in 2007. This is 2 years post Katrina. And what they've done is this was a movie that was shot, put in the can, never released. And they spent like $25 million on it.
Oh, wow.
It's called Blackwater Rising. It had Lawrence Fishburne was on one of the stars. But it was just the irony is like this is a movie set, a completely artificially created, which is supposed to be a completely artificially created environment within a disaster area. Like that, this little overturned tractor trailer there is placed there.
Right. Oh, wow.
So anyway, and then I took a whole ton of photos the next year. I went with my family on a cruise down to what is it, Cabo, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta.
Right.
So
Mexico.
Yeah.
And hello, Teresa. Good evening, Miss Martin Muses. So,
Hello,
although
Martin.
Jess can relate to not driving in Chicago.
Let me. You know what, Jess? Come out here to San Diego. Come out here to Southern California, where people don't know how to drive like a-holes. You will see your education will. You will appreciate your driving education from the Midwest. So here you can kind of see how the sausage is made figuratively, because this was shot, stitched, and then leveled, but you can see how kind of how imperfect the imperfections in my shooting at the time.
What does that mean? Shot, stitched, and
Okay,
leveled?
it was shot. It was shot, and then see, like here, like right here. That's that's the end of one photograph and the beginning of another image. Here's another. Here's another. Here's another. So what Photoshop or other programs can do is stretch the image to make it meet the overlaps. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's what's called stitching.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So if you shoot something absolutely perfectly, then you can just do it by hand. But it's just so much easier to do it yourself. So that's what I meant. That's what I meant. It's like if you shoot it properly, there won't be just the problems you run into most of the time are if you're hand holding the camera,
right,
and you don't have it. If there's a particular way to set it up on a tripod, so it's like this railing will look the same. Like this part of the railing will look the same in this image. As it won't distort too much in this image from this image to this image, and it can be overlaid together seamlessly like it is here. So here I shot it pretty properly. I just not, you can see these you can see it's going down here because I wasn't perfectly level in holding it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if you're shooting one of those panoramas on your camera, the best way to do it is to imagine there's a shish kebab through the middle up your camera and rotate it on that axis.
Yeah, because when you try to do the those and you can tell it kind of does a little blurby. I call them blurbs.
It's a pincushion or parallax effect. So anyway, I got a couple more. That's
nice. Your photography's always been good. I mean, you go to so many great locations, and
this was the first night. You can see this is Coronado. There's the Coronado Bridge. There's the USS Nimitz. It's a Christmas cruise. See?
Oh wow. Okay.
Let's see. Here is Puerto Vallarta.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's my aunt. And this is the view from the balcony, and it's like the sunset on Christmas Eve. And
how long of a cruise was this? What is about 5-6 days?
It's a weekday, a 1 week cruise.
Okay.
So, and I think this one was like 6 or 7 stitched images.
Well, Buddy says that there is a real art to this. The ones stitched together by AI don't come out nearly as well.
Yeah, here's one from the casino. And,
that's cool.
And I'll tell you, I shot this with the camera at my side because I didn't want them to see that. Because
you're not allowed to take pictures in the casino.
You know what? At the time there was. Nowadays it's like because everyone has a freaking phone in their camera, they're like, whatever. Yeah, so they realize anyway. But in this one, you can see my mom. My mom's over here, and my dad's over here. That's why I love this.
Let me interrupt real quick to say hello to Wes Cagle, one of our normal Squirrel Stream regulars, but he's got his brother who's left Jersey for Florida, and it was the best thing he ever did. Yes, Wes. Wes was down here recently. We didn't get to hook up, but hopefully next time he's down this way, we might actually run into each other. But great.
If you wanna tiptoe through the tulips that way.
Well, I managed to hook him into a regular on these Squirrel Streams. I'm still working on a couple other people, but we shall see. And of course, we got the special rotating guests. But hey, folks, Wednesday nights and Friday nights at 10 p.m. generally is what I try to shoot for these late nights. Fruit Coast to porta potties, and you never know what we'll talk about. But we got Max Red's what?
A special rotating guest? You didn't say nothing about like the rotisserie.
Well, you were the one talking about the rotisserie with the thing in a second before. It sounded right. Anyway, I just make up words as I talk. But Yeah.
So
Go
I've
ahead.
we'll jump forward to this is 2008. We'll jump forward to 2020 when I got my first panoramic cameras, and I started doing some artwork like this, and what this is the inside of a container, and it's painted with fluorescent paint and lit with UV LEDs. Now you can see the light. You can see the light in the center.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm laughing. JPRPH comes in. The answer is Pennsylvania. Hey, folks, just pass the chat comes in. We're not even playing the game yet, but hey, good to see you, JPRPH one. Yeah.
So this is what I was doing with these cameras when it's like the one that these cameras have a shot, a camera on either side, and they're meant to give like the seamless effect. But the thing is, it'll give you a seamless effect as long as whatever, there's nothing within about 30 inches of the lens. That's like where the field of view of either lens starts to overlap, and it can stitch out anything. That's why you can get those guys who can go ski with a selfie stick, and it looks like they got like a drone following every single movement.
Right.
So
see, just looks that does not look like a photograph to me. That looks like a piece. Well, it looks more like a real piece of art. I mean, I can't really tell the difference. It looks so good. So
but this is and I took this with that camera.
Whoa, that looks neat.
Oh, that one's cool.
This this is that same camera. It's just on it's in a park that's basically a large roundabout. And this is just an example of photographic serendipity. What I was hoping to do was, if you can see, like, there's these lines right here, like see, so that's my buddy, and he's on a scooter that is like all decked out with LEDs. So I was hoping that he was going to ride. I set it on like a 30-second exposure. So I'm hoping it's going to get him riding all the way around. And it kind of does, but not really. It's just here where he slows down. Because that scooter went balls out fast. So it took him like it took him like less than 20 seconds. And then he was like, he slowed down here. And anyway, this thing here is a jet coming into the Navy base.
Oh.
So this was a happy accident.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
But how do you, are you able to photograph in and around Navy bases?
Not in and not like next to, but around, there's reasonable accommodation for free. Free speech is always respected with reasonable accommodation for national security. You'll get those 1A auditors who say, "It's not crime." It's like time, place, and manner. Okay. Yep. It's like, yeah. So
no.
No, I'm not going up to the bases. I'm not going up to the fence and
no, you don't want to. No,
that's just
a visit from people really quickly.
That's just their fight pack going in, and and they are going to, fly over. They can't restrict the entire space, but
there's. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss. Yeah. I'll just say this. It's like where I'm sitting right now, and where I took this photograph. I couldn't fly my drone. Why? Because the Navy airfield is Class B airspace because it's an active, busy runway. It's like any other. It's like JFK or LaGuardia or O'Hare Airport or whatever. It's called Class B airspace, and it projects certain either radiuses or areas of restriction, which affect me as a drone operator. So I'm fortunate enough that the island and the mainland are separated far enough by a roadway that in between all these bases there's enough space. There's a little space where I can go fly my drone close to my house, but away from the Navy bases. Now, just on that subject, so I have a DJI drone, which is like, because they have 75% of the market. Oh, good night, Snorta.
Good night, Snorta Poopus. We're going to miss you.
So,
and the answer is Florida for you in Pinellas County. How about that in Clearwater?
It's Florida. It's always Florida.
Yep. We'll get to some of that too before the end of the show, folks. So
just an interesting factoid before I move on to like the work I'm doing now. There used to be something called geofencing, which is basically, okay, there are specific drone no-fly zones right over all these bases, and what if you tried to fly your drone there would be programming within the DJI software that would specifically stop the drone. Well,
oh, interesting.
Yeah. Do you know what they did about 5 days before the inauguration? Again, not being political, I'm just making the date.
Right. I don't know.
They deleted that from their software. So now the responsibility is solely on the pilot. So
that's interesting.
I mean, you remember all that drone stuff that was happening at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that kind of like seemed to die away quietly, didn't it?
Well, what happened was, I mean, I said, it's like, you know what? It's either military or military contractors or a government operation. And Caroline Levitt said, it's like, what was the drone? What was the thing with the drone? It's like, it was a government operation. Boom.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. We live, we learn, we see, and all that. So, Max, thanks for those pictures, man. Dude, that is a ton of stuff.
I'm just gonna breeze through. So, this is basically two images stitched together.
Wow.
This is 26 images.
What?
Oh, wow, that's cool.
How the heck? What?
This is from my drone, and
I see it now.
I option it to take. I option it to take a spherical panorama, and I also option it to save the raw images. The raw, basically, you know the difference between JPEG and RAW.
Yeah, like okay. I know. Yeah, no, I don't. I really don't.
Well, basically,
department.
with RAW, you get another level of metadata information above the. Oh. I don't have my phone. You get another level of metadata above red, blue, and green.
Okay.
So, and that's just more information about exposure and resolution. It just gives you a whole another. It gives you a whole world of possibilities of things you could do with photo. So that is full size, and it's like 40 megabytes of photo.
Right.
So I save those and I take them to another, like an industrial strength program that does panoramas, and I put them in there, and it stitches them together.
Right.
Like
right.
This could be a 15 by 15 foot image. No problem.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is kind of the same
really fascinating what technology does. Yeah.
Kind of the same thing where this is that same image, but what I did is kind of extruded it, inverted it onto its like it. This is a theme park, and this is a nature reserve, and this is a highway on ramp.
Oh wow.
That
looks like an
cool.
elevated ramp, like the circles in a parking garage going up higher. That's really, really cool.
So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You just gotta remember the Golden Girls.
Oh yeah, I've seen it last week at night.
Estelle Getty taught Generation X how to cook spaghetti. You throw it up against the cabinet. If it sticks, it's ready. So you throw up these images, and
I guess is that the real Italian way to do?
I don't know, but I don't know if it was a script line or Italian lore or whatever. But that woman, number one, that woman taught Generation X how to cook pasta. Number two, conceptually it works.
Wow, we got an expert out there, so we'll see if that comes back or not. But Max, thanks for sharing these tonight. Yes. This is really fascinating to see all this, Mrs. Let's see. By the way, I sent some in the private chat, Mrs. But hey, real quick though, Mrs. Speaking of the Mrs., she's got her wonderful show in the mornings, guys, at 10 a.m. Make sure you catch it. But tomorrow she will not be live. I'm going to be doing some March Madness starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow. But hey, her show today caught my attention for one meme that really got me in here, and oh boy, it gets better when I look at live when I'm not in a stream. Or when I'm not busy at a hospital or with work. Okay. So here, Mrs. You remember this meme here?
Yes, I do.
When you live in vegan neighborhood.
When you're a chicken in a vegan neighborhood.
That's like.
I love that.
I love that meme. When you did that, it's like he's just chilled back. Although I'm not sure about the source called puberty. I just noticed that tonight, the source of it. It's like, oh my goodness. It's like, I know that chicken is, anyway, he's a rooster, guys. It's a rooster for you. So, hey. But he said that looked right for toll roads on the East Coast. Yeah. Well, and Miss Jess, thank you. Put your link out, Mrs. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So how was your stream today, Mrs.? How did that go for you?
It was nice. It was fun. It's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 streams. I did my morning stream, which is always a blast. I love everybody that's there. And then at 4 o'clock, I did my anime in the afternoon, which we watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And last night, it was so funny. Last night I did just I couldn't sleep, so I just did some diamond painting, and I kept calling it Jar Jar.
Jar Jar.
And I go, me so sorry, because I was getting tired finally, and so I was putting JoJo and Bizarre together because it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So my brain was going faster than my mouth was engaging, and so I put them together, and I did it like 3 times, and it was like, honestly I didn't do it on purpose, but it was just like, oops, sorry. So he was Jar Jar for a little bit.
Hey, Dadman.
Yeah, Max.
I think she did it on purpose.
I did not. I would never insult JoJo. I would never insult the Jar Jar family.
I thought you were going to insult Jar Jar. No. Looking back, he's the one good thing in the prequels that came out. Oh, could you imagine if they had stuck with all this rumors that Jar Jar was supposed to be the ultimate Sith Lord? Imagine if they had gone that route.
Do you ever watch Robot Chicken?
Yes, I've seen it. Sometimes.
It's like, do you remember the one where Anakin, where Jar Jar has the speaking role in the 3rd movie, and he like follows Annie after he becomes Darth Vader. Oh, Master Annie!
Oh my gosh!
Yes. Although we used to have a Jar Jar whoopee cushion.
We still do.
Jar Jar is a whoopee cushion.
Yeah. Well, do we still have it, Mrs.?
Yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, I have to show that sometime then.
It didn't really work.
No, it
like
didn't,
the
but it's
character.
cute though. So yeah, I will tell you though, we struggled with this one though. Yarnwitch said if he stuck with him being Sith Lord, it would have been much better received. Uh, our kid Aang got upset with everybody. Aang actually, Lucas reached out to somebody like Aang. Aang liked Jar Jar at the time, and was really upset when people picked
Didn't
on Jar Jar.
understand all the hate.
Hmm.
Did not
Yeah.
understand all the
And
hate.
you know what? I tell you what, I was a jerk back then, and
Yes.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
well, I did not even get that out of my mouth, and you agreed way too.
Sorry.
I
Sorry, but not
you,
sorry.
you got me
I
speechless,
said-
Mrs.
I said, well,
Well, but she's supposed to say yes, Dad. Man, you're not anyway. But
I was to say, oh no, you're. Oh
No.
yeah, you want me to lie? I'm not lying, guys.
no,
but
honey, no, honey, you should really stop, self-deprecating.
no.
Yeah.
But I tell you, I was at first, but then also one day it hit me with Aang. I was like, I'm like looking back, like, give the kid it just. I wasn't mean to the kid directly, but I made the comments, and the kid hears it and takes it wrong, and I'm like, oh man, I felt like such
How
a
can
heel
you
then.
take it wrong when you?
No, I did not think what I was saying was going to be bugging the kid, but then I did,
got
and so
you.
then it kind of guilted me into thinking that. But that's one of the things that people have actually talked about. That's come out that some of the concepts had him being in that role. That could have been interesting, but then again, I do like the way they did it with Sidious with Palpatine. It made it much more believable. I think Sith Jar Jar and Carbonite. Oh my gosh!
I mean, the way Lucas did it was like 5% of the prequels was in the first one, 5% of the prequels was in the second one, and then 90% was jammed into the third one.
Yeah. Oh God, the second one, Attack of the Clones in 2002.
Was so
I was 32 years old.
Yeah.
We had our first kid who was 2.5 when that came out. The kid actually watched that movie twice with me in the theater. The second time, halfway through in that Naboo crap, the kid looked at me and said, Daddy, when are they going to quit romancing and get back to fighting?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, why are we wasting time? We know they're supposed to bang each other and produce twins to rule the galaxy. Yeah. And it's like, and he goes back, just get on with it. Like Monty Python, get on with it. Get on with it. Yeah. It's like, but anyway, but yeah, I agree that Attack of the Clones was just, it's like they wasted time in the second one. I did not care for the pod racing in the first movie.
Well, yeah,
I that they spent, like you said, they set it up good with the Trade Federation and that attacking. Then we have all this introduction to Annie, which in the long run didn't tell you that much about him. You could have told it a lot shorter and gotten to more fighting and action and stuff like that. You could have seen more Palpatine behind the scenes.
Well, in the original trilogy, of course, Lucas had people pushing back on him and saying, "No, you should do that." He had people around him who, he wasn't towering over as this Gaussian figure, but it's like there was nothing. There was like no pushback to the ideas, and I guess you gotten as an artist. I can understand. You get. Because as an artist, I try not to get married to an idea unless it works the first time out and every time thereafter. It's like I don't try and marry myself to an idea or a concept, it feels like that's what Lucas did with the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I'm not gonna castigate the man for that.
No,
I will roundly castigate him for selling to Disney and then complaining about it later.
Yep.
Well, some of the talk is that, he really did, that maybe some of the overstatement was that, the actions to save were overdone, but by other people. But you could tell in the prequels, the writing was chunky.
Yeah.
The romantic part was definitely god awfully awkward. Mm-hmm. Even my two-year-old could tell it was boring and a waste of time. that type of stuff. But like you said, they packed way too much in the last movie.
And that quote about 5,590. I mean, that's sort of paraphrasing something that Lucas said himself.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. See, I didn't. Looking, the problem also with Return of the Sith was that it had to end up where it had to be. We knew where it was going, had to be, and that's probably it would have been better to have a lot of that, especially the alliances and all the backroom stuff, more development of the Sith themselves, not just this. Oh, where the hell did Count Dooku come from?
Yeah,
or where did Darth Maul? We had all this stuff we just accepted.
What about General Grievous?
Yeah, how did he come? I mean, that would have been nice to see in the second movie, leading up into Attack of the Clones. Revenge of the Sith.
I will say that the Clone Wars animated series did a really good job of building out that universe.
Yeah, which one? The first old one?
The prequel universe. I mean, you know what I mean? The world.
The Tartarov, there was a Russian name that did that. Are you talking about that one? Are you talking that one, or are you talking about the
there was
Disney
the one? No, gosh. Maybe now I'm confused. It went for 5. I think it went for 7 seasons. I don't. It was then they followed it with Star Wars Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, I think that animated series really built out. Did do a good job of building out the concept of the universe that where the prequels existed. So,
see, Legata said those of us lived actually had that battle on the lava planet. That's interesting. I did not know about that.
Yeah, I guess is Gennady Tartakovsky.
Yeah. Right, that's the one. That's the one that I thought was the better of the Clone Wars. The other one just kind of is interesting. But Rich Vengeance sits back. Hey, Mrs. Date Night. Woohoo! Popcorn and a hug, right?
Oh, okay. If you want to go, we can go.
And
you know where we K-pop. Yeah, hey, I'll give her all the K-pop she wants. I'll benefit. But
I love K-pop, man.
Yeah. You remember where we saw this, The Revenge of the Sith, don't you, Mrs.?
No.
Disney Springs. Disney Springs at the AMC down there. Yes, the whole family, your family and all of them went to Disney that year. And we saw it when it was released. So
okay.
Yeah, exactly. So that's I love that.
I don't remember things. No, I just don't remember you. I just don't remember things like that.
She doesn't remember the Godzilla ride.
But
I still don't remember that Godzilla ride.
King Kong, no, you were on it before.
The King Kong, okay, if you say so, but I think you're lying.
I think Aang thought you were on it too before, but
well, my mom thinks I went to the Biltmore Hotel with her, and I've only been once, and it was with my friend Betty.
Yep, who's also a crafter, by the way.
She swears that I went to
was
that.
Was that you crafting ladies on that trip?
It was just me and her.
But which group would y'all go with on that one?
It was someone bought the tickets and they were going to go, and they didn't go, and so I got a free trip. It was like an old person's trip.
Yeah, it's okay. Well,
hey, I had fun. We were like the youngest ones there, and we sat in the back of the bus, and we were so bad.
It's like, did you ever see the King of the Hill episode where he goes with his mom and his mom's friends to Port Aransas to the miniature museum?
No.
And they go for this guy who builds little miniatures in walnut shells, and it's in Port Aransas, Texas, but it's at the same time as spring break.
Oh my gosh!
I gotta ask Mrs. Are you bad everywhere you go? Are you always with the bad group?
I have fun, and if people don't have fun, then I'm considered bad.
All right.
But I was bad.
No.
I did. I mean, they were so stupid. Okay, it was like they would go. Okay, who knows? We're having a quiz. It was such an old person's thing, and even though I was over 50, I am not an old person. I am very immature for my age, and they're like, "Can we name the reindeer?" You know, and I'm like, I name all the reindeer, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe somebody knew them all." And I said, "What? Just sing the dang song, and you can get it." And yeah, they didn't appreciate that.
No, no, no. Gosh. Oh man, Mrs. What a rebel! But then again, you wore Doc Martens and camo stuff before it was cool. So, and everybody buys the cars after we buy it. That's one thing I've noticed since we've been married. People bought Saturns after we bought a Saturn. They started buying Toyota Siennas after we got one. Then
I don't think so. I think you just when you buy a vehicle, you're more aware of it in the
That is
universe.
true.
Yeah.
And
when I bought my Passat, I started noticing VWs everywhere.
yeah, I think it's more that than them copying us, even though I do think we are amazing people. But
yes, and we are the center of the universe. By the way, keep supporting Mrs. on Ko-Fi and Super Chatter, and subscribe to her. And she's the center of the universe. So, how about that for a plug?
Okay, thank you for the promotion.
There you go. All right.
Please don't plug me.
I that word is stuck in my head instead of promotion. I'm sorry, it's stuck. Oh, jeez. Anyway, sorry.
And don't use stuck and plug at the same time. It can be quite
painful.
I'm
Oh my God! Did I
am
really
going to
say that
promote-
together?
I'm going to promote you on the show. Promote me to what?
By the way, I'm going to do this.
Oh, okay. Well, the Dadman is taking affirmative action, and
Oh,
I
he's
am
taking
now
a
in
break?
control of the show. It is
Oh, yes.
It is Max Redstone
It's
Squirrel Street,
it's the Max Redstone Show.
and it's about how we're about
Hey,
to
wait!
hit
I don't
10
even get a
p.m.
theme song from you.
There once was a
Dad-
unicorn with magical feet. Oh,
Wait,
sorry.
wait,
Wrong theme song.
Wait, let's see. What can we do for Dadman? Mr. Dadman's on your side.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Okay, now he has a theme song. Now you
Okay,
have a theme
thank
song.
you.
Get out of here. It's my stream.
All
I
right.
claimed it. Thank you. Now, as Barb 10 o'clock on the East Coast, we're going to kick this thing up to rated R.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah. We have some
Okay.
guests who are on Girls Gone Wild. A couple people from Joe
Yes.
Rogan and Howard Stern. Okay, Dadman, get
Last-
back in here.
Last night I was wearing a sweatshirt and I was doing that impromptu stream and it was getting hot. So I says, "Oh, I'm going to take off my shirt." And as soon as I said it, it was like
Yeah.
I said, "No, I'm going to take off my sweatshirt. I have a shirt underneath it." And then we started talking about having crafting only fans, you know, topless diamond painting. I said,
Only-
"I'm sure it's
Oh
there."
my God! OnlyFans crafting channel.
Yes, only
Wow.
fans diamond painting, knitting in the nude.
We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we got a great story about hookers on Main Street. Yes.
Yeah, hookers.
We
Oh,
said
Yeah.
by the
hookers,
way,
Main
we do
Street.
have it. Mrs. does have a story about hookers that some people
I
have you
know
heard
the news.
Yes.
the news
yes.
anchor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
that one.
okay.
We'll be right back.
Yes, we'll be right back.
Oh
Ah.
my God! It's like, oh geez, but you know, depends on what you would do for money. I guess is what it comes down to. Now I can't get that damn idea stuck out of my head now.
Promote.
What you do OnlyFans, yeah,
Promote.
Oh, by the way, we're getting to Fortnite. Jess said, looking at Fortnite shop website, and the robot duck skins are there. Yeah, I know.
I like that.
Oh, by the way-
I like that baseball player that was at the beginning of the. I can't remember his name. Pitcher
I-
for the Dodgers.
Oh, I don't.
Oh,
Max
Shohei?
should know him.
Shohei?
Yes.
Shohei
yeah.
Ohtani.
Yes.
Apparently,
Thank
they
you.
destroyed the Cubs this last weekend, didn't they?
Yeah. Don't
But,
get
hey,
me started.
Max, you have next Wednesday night. Max and I will be back to talk baseball next Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Again, like I said, thank you, Max, for being flexible with moving back a week because until this today, I wasn't sure if I could stream anything tonight. So, but thank you.
I deal with mother issues as well. So
Hey, I appreciate that you're patient, especially after my wife ate your damn cream of Creole crawfish chowder.
yeah, well,
did I get it right finally?
Yes.
Thank you. And Jess says, in my park district catalog of programs, the senior citizen section appeals to me more. I don't know. Sometimes the old people stuff is more interesting than the kid stuff.
I tell you, they have like mahjong
Yeah.
and some of the
buddies. people really need to start a bingo card for this channel.
There was one. What was it? And I said, I never thought this would be on my bingo card. It was crazy. Oh, I can't remember what it was, but it was, yeah.
Do you know that on top of everything, again, not to be political, but on top of everything, election night, the 5th of November on Guy Fawkes Day, do you know what happened at the end of the evening?
No.
The Air Force launched an ICBM.
Oh,
what?
Well,
Why the hell?
Well, consider that, no, Dad, this regularly happens. They take the U.S. Air Force or a Space Force takes an ICBM, a Minuteman III ICBM out of the inventory, and they take the warhead off. They put dummy warheads on it. They take it to Vandenberg Air Force Base, and they launch it at the Ronald Reagan National Defense Center in Kwajalein Island. That's how they regularly test these things. It just so happened that that test was scheduled for Election Day.
Oh my gosh! Wow. You think that they would probably, would have gone, let's wait to the day after or a week later.
I know, but is
the expiration date on them going to affect it or something?
No. It's just
I'm being a little facetious.
No, it's it's just they regularly test these things, and we test these things. We tell other people, Russia tests their missile. People, when with the exception of North Korea, when people test these things, they put out a notice that they're doing it.
Right.
So,
by the way, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, because especially you've noticed that SpaceX had 2 vehicles that broke up.
Right.
Shortly after launch, and they had to clear out debris notice areas. So over the Caribbean. So anyway,
did not know that. By the way, Jess said about the senior citizen group, they do a monthly dine and quote dash. Oh, Mrs., you remember about the old people dashing in the Palm Diner?
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. You can share it.
Well, I mean, this was after the story about me and my friend holding the oldest kid's hand. But this one, we were going to actually a grocery store, and next to it is a Palm Diner. And these 2 people, older people with walkers, you would have thought we were running to beat them to the early bird special. I mean, they were like racing on their walkers.
Really?
Thinking
they were so afraid we were going to get in, go to the restaurant before them, and we weren't even going to the restaurant. It was hilarious.
They were hauling ass for walkers and stuff. It was really fun to watch. So, do you want to share with Max the story about our oldest kid when my friend and I were holding each?
Oh, we were our oldest. I don't know, was under the age of 5 at the time,
maybe 2 or 3.
And we were walking to a restaurant, and the best man of our wedding was there, and he was visiting, and my oldest took and grabbed Dadman's hand and then grabbed his friend's hand.
Yeah.
And so my oldest is between them, and they're walking to the restaurant, and I go, by default, that's like you guys are holding hands with each other. And I was afraid they were going to throw the kid across the car parking lot. They let go of their hands so fast.
In the middle of the parking lot,
why did you have to go ruin a good moment like that, Mrs.?
No,
because I thought it was funny.
If she had a camera back then, she would have taken.
I would have taken a picture of it, and then
you could have taken a photo. It's like.
And hi, Connie Cleary. Hello, how are you? Good to see you tonight, Connie. How are the birds doing? Good to see you tonight. We got the great Max Redstone and the great Mrs. Dadman walking on with us tonight, who's making a magical unicorn. Let's take a look at that unicorn.
Well, not right now.
Well, I just made you large. Okay.
Well, you're gonna have to stop.
All right. Well,
I'm in the middle. I'm straightening out some things, and then I'll show it. I'll tell you when you can look at it.
Is your hand even moving, or did you?
I'm moving over here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. You want? Let me know when you want to show it.
Here.
Okay.
I've worked over here. I'm working here. I've done that. I've done that. I've done that.
Wow. I know you made. Is this the same one you made for Mom the other day?
Yeah, I can show a finished one.
Okay. Or you can do it now. Or you can wait.
And look, and here's a butterfly one that I did. That's the same one. That's kind of really scary.
Oh, I tell you what, though.
And there's the cow I made it, and that was cute.
Moo. But yeah, the one though you made of the rose was just amazing.
Oh, that one's here, but it'll be too really.
That got so much traction at the rehab. I mean, everybody there loved it. You know, it was amazing.
I liked the bears with the urinal.
There's the
yeah.
There's that rose.
What I really think is weird how the first one you did was that stupid Dr. Death thing from the Middle Ages.
It wasn't Dr. Death. It was the Plague Doctor.
Well, I come up with names with stuff all the time. I thought they were doctors though, so I called him Dr. Death. Oh, speaking of that, we actually had a mortuary guy, whatever the hell you call him, funeral director. Mortician, yes, dude, looked like out of a horror movie. He looked like that big old tall white dude with his eyebrows. They looked like we called him Dr. Death, didn't we, Mrs.?
Yes.
Those
and I almost heard us call him that too.
Yeah.
What was he like? Straight out of Central Casting?
Yes.
No sense of humor. Did not smile much, and was kind of a jerk at the end of it today. I will say.
Yes.
But yeah.
That's not nice.
No, it wasn't.
Well, he wasn't nice, or we're not nice.
No, he's not nice. But
stops in every so often. It's like, you dead yet?
Yeah. Yes.
No, I know. So
he's mostly dead.
Well,
he's not dead yet, but he's mostly dead. Sorry,
that's obviously another movie you gotta put in your rotation of it.
Mostly dead is someone alive.
Oh, Mrs. Mention your Discord though, because you also have a place over in your Discord though, right? For movie recommendations.
Yeah, on Saturday mornings at midnight, we do an Insomniac Theater. And I will take movie suggestions. That is not a guarantee that I will air them because there's a lot of factors. And sometimes I look what the content is. Sometimes it's even if I can find them to air. So if you guys are part of my server, want to be part of my server, go over to Discord, do a friend request to Mrs. Dadman Walking. And I will accept that friend request, and then I will invite you to the server. And you could, like I say, suggest movies that if you would like to see them. We watched the Oscar award-winning film of this year, the animated film Flow. And now we're going to watch one of the contenders that did not win, the Wild Robot, this coming Saturday. And then I'm going to talk some if I thought which one I thought really deserved the Oscar, because I had some definite opinions about that.
All right, I know because we're always the types of movies, and that's always a great fun one to quote out of context whenever you go. It's just merely a flesh wound. You got no bloody arms, Just I love that
flesh wound.
Yeah,
it's just a flesh wound. Just but a scratch.
Yeah, we do that if we get injured or something. It's just but a scratch, and you're bleeding out and you need stitches.
Rejoicing, yes.
Yay! Yes. Oh, if you've not seen that one, add that to the list of movies that you've got to see. Speaking of things you got to see, big thing with me is tomorrow is that, technically they started yesterday with the play-in games, which I don't really consider real NCAA. I honestly am so old. I remember the dates that when the NCAA men's basketball tournament only had 32 teams, then they expanded to 64, and now they got 68.
That's
Because
crazy.
yeah, before I mean they relegated in NIT to nothing anymore, but basically this is basketball, college basketball heaven's day, you know. So people geek out on crafting, they geek out on photography, they geek out on comics, all this. I geek out on basketball, especially more so than even football. So probably like the missus has had this look. This is another meme she had the other day that people love this shirt, but this is kind of like the missus and many others here that I like to think. When you're watching the Super Bowl but have zero knowledge of football, and
Hey,
just that look.
I went to watch the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play when I was in my 20s. And I didn't give a shit about football. So, and I was going with two couples that were die-hard fans, one for the Buccaneers and one for the Dolphins. The one Dolphin fan, they were so die-hard that they special ordered the paint of their vehicle to be dolphin blue.
And
They
there
had
are
to wait
folks.
for.
There are colors. There are number colorings associated with everything.
Yes, they
We
have
found out when
actually
the missus did my logos.
they have
my football
Pantene.
stuff.
Yes. So I was with that. And, they had binoculars. So, when the Dolphins had the ball, the one people had the binoculars. When the Buccaneers had the ball, they had the binoculars. During the huddle, I used the binoculars
Huh.
because I liked looking at their tushies. Because I didn't give a crap about
zero
football.
surprise.
Zero
Hey.
surprise. Hey, if they could have, well, no, see, not all football players are really fit. So I
No.
wouldn't want to see them without their shirts on.
Although when you were still working, there were cases of them walking through the. You weren't there, but you heard about the cases where they walk naked through the live shots and.
Oh no! I was actually working in the engineering department, and they had edited a promo, and there was one scene where they're kind of all the guys are standing around there being talked to, and if you look, it was maybe just a 2-second blip, but there was a guy whacking off.
What?
Yeah, he was playing with himself.
Oh, sweet.
And I'm like, we might want to edit this. And I'm like, yes, I know it's only 2 seconds, but home video now has the capability to pause. And if it's paused on that shot, you could get in trouble.
Yeah.
So you might want to fix that.
I forgot about that one.
Revolution.
Yeah. Well, buddy, I put the 55 in Dadman Walking 55 this year. So yeah, that's how old I am. But yeah, I love this shirt because this is kind of for you non-sportsy people out there, because I will geek out. Hopefully tomorrow starting at 11, I can go 12 hours.
The March Madness bet shirt.
Oh yeah, just hope both teams have fun. Yeah, it's like just a good look. It's like the missus. This kind of reminds me of the missus does the eye roll. Like okay, yeah, dear.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m., we're going to try to see if I can go all the way to 1 o'clock, because the first game kicks. I am actually going to talk the first hour and parts of it about the brackets and stuff. I've not had a chance to talk any sports in a while. The first game starts 12:15 tomorrow, and the last game tips off, believe it or not, to at 10:10 on Thursday night, tomorrow night.
Oh,
so
wow.
It will be basketball from just after noon East Coast to probably 1 o'clock Eastern. So it's,
if you get tired of Dadman and his basketball, you can come over and watch me play Lego Fortnite at 5 p.m.
Oh yeah,
for a little bit, and then you can go back and watch them again.
Yeah,
cleanse your brain.
Yeah, come in, come out. I hope to have some people on throughout the streams off and on. That over the thing. JT as one. We have not had to. We miss our sports, but we have not been able to coordinate my schedule lately. So
Yeah, because March Madness is the one time where I wish I had some sort of fealty or loyalty to a college sports program, but I don't.
Well, you know what you can do, Max, to enjoy it? You
What?
can cheer for the low seed teams, the ones that shouldn't win.
Yeah, I mean, even if I was UNC, UNC just routed SDSU. So,
well, the problem is the whole North Carolina was a big joke. A lot of people thought North Carolina did not deserve to get in. They only were 1-12 against Quadrant 1 games, which are your better teams. I mean, they were. They didn't
man, you
finish
got
high
them
in North
started.
Carolina. They didn't finish high in the ACC. They got on a little bit of a run. Their athletic director was the chair of the damn committee, and supposedly they had to walk out and all this crap. But you skipped over probably more deserving teams in North Carolina. You skipped over other deserving teams like West Virginia, Boise State, and you took a North Carolina team that was not that good this year. But hey, big conferences speak. But then again, I am an Southeastern Conference homer. But even then, I thought 14 teams was too much. And like Texas tonight, they're up by 8 at halftime over Xavier. I still don't think a team with barely 4 games over 500 losing record in a conference should be guaranteed a spot in the national tournament. And hello to Simply Steve 68. Good to see you.
Hey, Simply Steve.
Hey, how are you doing tonight, Steve? So that being said, that shirt was my thing to show.
well,
Yes.
Join us tomorrow. Even if you don't really like sports, I'm going to try to make it lively and have other entertaining things in and throughout the game as we can go.
You do know what the most important thing to the NCAA is?
Money.
Money.
Exactly.
Money.
Yeah, Buddy Hepburn. Hopefully the games are better. The ones these play the Alabama State game last night was really, really good the way it ended. But yeah, it's most of the games, especially in the first day, are not good, especially if you have the 1-16. That's only happened a couple times where the 16th seed has upset. Oh, I remember when Maryland Baltimore County beat Virginia. I was like, it was a riot around this house and stuff. It was, yeah, exactly. They beat them by about 40. So now people are using that to justify North Carolina being in there, but that's a big matter of debate. We can talk about that tomorrow. But I tell you what, there's nothing like going to a live first and second rounds of the NCAA. We have actually hosted it in our town a few times. I have gone each time that I could go. And it truly is. You get there about 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm an early arriver. Watch the shoot arounds. My oldest kid, big into sports. We get there an hour early. Watch the shoot arounds. Get there early. We, of course, you tip off about 12:15. The first round will be done there at 5, and then you leave the building, come back in for the evening session about 7, and get there for that shoot around, and then boom, you got. Till midnight. It was wonderful. I wish they'd bring it back down. I love sports. I love going to live events.
The live events are fun.
It really is
say
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Not that long for me, but they are.
Stunning.
Now,
Stunning. Yes, the unicorn.
Now, Mr. Dadman,
yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the WNBA?
I don't know anything about it, but if you got anything, sure. That's what we do around here.
Not
we go for
really.
Okay, that's fine.
I know something about it. I covered the Chicago Sky for 2 years. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this season. Because
from a financial standpoint of the league?
Well, here's the thing. The financial standpoint hasn't really changed all that much. Caitlin Clark has brought a lot of attention to the sport and a bit more money. But they're still losing the league as a whole, as a going concern, as a business concern, is still losing $40 million a year.
Oh my gosh.
That much? Yeah. Wow.
Well, okay, damn it. Of the original 8, I think it was the original 8 teams. 4 folded, and it's I don't think any team. I'm not sure if any team has actually ever made a net profit. I think maybe New York or LA have come close, but it's I think I just generally, the WNBA needs to figure out. It's always had an identity crisis. It has always had a social agenda to be the ultimate place for female basketball players to go, but they also want to have parity status in terms financially with the NBA. And the thing is, you can, my opinion, having been close to it, is you can either say, okay, we are a sports team. We are a sports team, which is a business, which is in the business of entertainment, which, entertainment, you want to attract and keep people. And there's this one episode of The Sopranos where they were involved with this festival, and Paulie was shortchanging everything, and someone got hurt, and Tony went, "We don't need that. We don't need this heat. We make so much money. This competition for the entertainment dollar, movies, DVDs. It's like this is, you got to be competing for the entertainment dollar, and they're not changing the game at all.
And they're
not lowering the rim. They're not changing the rules. So it's like you are either a business and you embrace it, or you just accept the fact that you are a social organization which pushes women's basketball as far as possible, and social organizations don't make as much money.
No, they don't, and they don't really pay high salaries, because even the highest paid, like Angel Reese, is they said about $70,000-$80,000 a year. But I mean, hell, an accountant can make that kind of money. The reason, and they're still losing money with salaries like that. That's what's crazy.
The reason the league is losing more money is because the NBA, the WNBA, has made accommodations for like first class travel. Now,
yeah. First class travel, but they don't have the first class revenue.
Well, I mean, it's like the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark's team. They might actually be doing well this year, because those tickets sold out instantly. I mean, and it's the attitude within the league seems to be, oh, she didn't do this on her own. She didn't do this on her. It's like, oh my God, WTF. You finally have the play. You've always needed a player who didn't just check all the boxes. You needed a player who had broad scale appeal.
Right.
Who just relate to everyone. When white, black, green, squirrel, Gila lizard, whatever. Here it is. This is it's like, I could maybe name 10 WNBA marquee players for the WNBA because I covered it. Try asking someone on the street.
Yeah. See,
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But I could name some of the men basketball, and I don't give a crap about any of it. And I think that's what you're saying. And
that is why. And I mean, because the NBA. How did the NBA became the NBA of today didn't just happen in a vacuum. It was enterprising guys like David Stern, who, and I'm not saying he was the greatest thing since sliced bread either, but he recognized players like Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, Karl Malone. He recognized the value of the marquee player. And banked on that and promoted that. And that is why the WNBA is a worldwide billion-dollar franchise, global franchise. And it is able to subsidize the WNBA.
Right, because it does, like Buddy said, the NBA is paying for it, and which is, then again, it's really like a social organization, because no business in their right mind operates to lose money, and which is what they do. They don't pay extravagant salaries like those people. And hello to Mr. Angel. Welcome, buddy.
Hey, Mr. Angel.
Good to see you, Mr. Angel.
And there have been like suggestions like lower the rim because you get more dunking.
Oh yeah,
Because it's like it used to be like a headline event if like Candace Parker would do a dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just it is, and there's like no, we're not going to do that. We're not gonna. It's like no, you got it's. Because the NBA of today is dying on the vine.
Yes, it is. I was just about to say that.
Because it's checking boxes and throwing free throws.
Well, you talk about personality,
but
different things. Like you talk about personality. I saw it like with Tim Tebow in Denver. I mean, with the NFL, that guy got people in the seats that they could have rallied around, or they could have marketed them.
Yeah.
In some, but what I. Not to go too big on that dead horse again, but the thing was they wouldn't have customized offenses towards him, which they do now for all these quarterbacks now. You don't have to be under center. All this other stuff that they said they wouldn't adjust to him. They made him do it their quote way, and but they had a great marketing genius.
Yeah.
He was marketable and all this, and like you said, they're not taking advantage. And actually, with Caitlin Clark, there were talks about her getting attacked in the games. The rules, the physical nature of everybody taking shots at her.
Yeah.
And usually the leagues protect their superstars because you don't do that. But I tell you what, Michael Jordan also was a tough guy. He, you hit him, he'd come back. Those guys were tough for Lambeer, the Piston guys.
Oh yeah.
The bad boys. You got Bird was a big trash talker. I did not realize that. You got Bird and Johnson against each other. That's the way you make the game exciting. And I don't remember which former NBA player talked about that very reason. They hated each other. They weren't buddies like on the court now.
Oh yeah.
It's like we lost by 30, no big deal.
It's like Bird would say, it's like, you know what? I'm going to go here and then I'm going to cross over here. I'm going to stand in this spot for your bench. And I'm going to shoot the three. And the guy would do it. The guy would do it. Yeah. It's just, and now you got LeBron James sitting out the diluted All-Star game because he couldn't find his Ben Gay before. It's like, and he's got his big thing is like, did you hear any news about when he got his 50,000th point?
No, it was dead. I didn't. Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, at least it's not as bad as the NFL with their flag football all-star game.
Well, it's like I've never watched Pro Bowl, never will, but it's like LeBron James will not be remembered as the GOAT. Michael Jordan will, because Michael Jordan did it 3 times.
There you go, Jess. We keep talking Michael Jordan for you, Jess. By the way, Jess, are you a Cub fan? Because next Wednesday we'll be talking baseball with Max, and I'm sure we're going to share a lot of Cubs stories, new, modern, and old. So the Corchester, that's kind of what he is, yeah.
And it's like I remember when he first left Cleveland and he like made a big deal about it and had an ESPN interview. It's like, what's the big deal here?
Yep.
And it's still the same thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are going to move into another phase of our show because
go
ahead real quick, Max.
The one thing, if I was the owner of the Indiana Fever, I would build the entire team around Caitlin Clark. That meant releasing the entire squad, firing the entire coaching staff. Do it, because Caitlin Clark is the unicorn that the WNBA has been waiting for. Yeah. And even if something has to be done to nurture that talent, even if the WNBA is too stupid to realize it.
Yep. And the point here, like I said, with Tebow never got a chance, but to say that was a big draw with Jordan. He brought people in. People watched him just to see him. And I will tell you, one of the greatest memories of my life was that shot he made against the Utah, and when he did the pump fake, and then when he turned,
I remember that.
You know why that sticks with me. That's the last game Dad and I ever watched together.
Oh, I was in
the hospital with him.
Oh,
when he passed away about a few weeks later. But I had that memory with Dad. We were sitting there watching that damn game together, but see that the NBA and the sports used to be about memories and things like that, and use those type of things with you. And now it's just who cares?
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
But great point, Legatus, for Yeah, great point that you got there, and great point, Max. So, and of
Yeah.
course, we could the business side of all these sports. Max, one day you need to read up on the colleges with the name, image, and likeness. That's a lot. Look, I know you're not in college sports, but take a look at the NIL in college football. Would
Yeah.
love to have somebody with your financial background analyze that,
Okay.
because they do these cooperatives and stuff that are like
Yeah.
501c3s that are quote
Oh.
tax exempt. And
Oh God. I mean,
yeah, it's
don't get me started on
just
on the wheelings and dealings of college donations.
yes, I will deal with that another time. But yes, I would like to though. I'd like to.
No,
with
no, I
JC.
will
Yeah.
I will bone up on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Bone.
And that was common. He said,
Sorry.
I'm sitting here serious. Nice one, Max. Magic and Bird
Bone.
saved the league. Yeah, that's a great point, buddy. Magic and Bird
Yeah.
saved the league. Jordan made it flourish.
Yeah,
exactly.
and that is what David Stern did. He saw these personalities and he banked on them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. Well, folks, we've gone an hour and a half. Mrs. has to get up in the morning because
I'm not done yet. If you want to keep talking, you can keep talking.
I thought you were having to go to bed. Okay.
I do, but I do want to finish these.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Well,
give me another 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, guess what? We're in the USA to play now.
Okay, go ahead.
So that will probably take us another hour and a half.
Well, I will probably leave before then, but I do want to finish this.
All right. Well,
that's one thing. Once I start something like this,
yeah, you don't give it up.
Well, I have to finish it because I have to.
It is obsession. It is obsession.
It's yeah.
All right. Well, you know how this game plays, folks. It's I'll give you a headline. I'll give you 3 states to choose from. This particular first story came from a good friend of ours. Actually, the husband of a good friend of ours. It's the hubby of Yarn Witch gave us this story. So
cool.
Thank you for this.
A friend of the show.
Tell him thank
the
you
hubby
for
of the Yarn Witch.
Yes. Exactly. So you never know if she'll pop up anywhere. I know she was in the chat earlier tonight, but hey, all right. So I will give you 3. I will give you the headline. I will give you 3 states, and so. Oh, see, buddy, real quick. We'll hit this real quick. Crap, my computer's buffering. Hold on. Let's see if I die. Well, or let's see if I get. Can y'all still hear me? Because
yes.
I don't know. It's like all right. So it's just crazy. It's like it's frozen up, sort of. The circle.
The circle. I can still hear you. Well, no, I can't hear you. Okay,
all right, I can say. Okay, now I get it. Okay, Buddy said the college games. I agree. A lot of the college game is turning into the NBA. Yeah. Well, like when you got Tennessee launching 45 3-pointers and make 7 of them. And like I said, players like Bird and Jordan Magazine win champions on the skills. The court jester needs to get his buddies together. Yeah. Yeah. Jordan carried his team, and Jordan is the GOAT, will always be the GOAT. So, oh, yeah. But like Buddy said, jacking up threes, no defense. That is the modern NFL. I probably do, Mr. Angel, but I got to put an IT work order in for that. All right, here we go. No, not gas, liquid, or solid. Good job, Legatus. But hey, we are going to go this again. Thank you for the contribution of this one. All right, I will give you 3 states with this. I will give you 3 states with this one. All right, so. Jeez, that popped up there. It is so slow. Okay, we are going to.
I have 64 gigs RAM on this computer, Mr. Dadman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I bought it in 2019. This is the last Intel iMac.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Put it in myself. Can't do that nowadays.
All right. Oh, wow. Impressive. So, all right, we got. Here's your 3 states, folks. Did this story, I'll read you. Did it happen in Texas, California, and have you tried unplugging and plugging back in? Nice.
Is it plugged in? Is it plugged in?
It's plugged in. All right. Here goes this famous story. All right. Texas, California. See, Legatus is already guessing, but okay. Did this happen? Now, if you've read the story or heard the story, just sit out. But hey. Screaming Southwest passenger strips naked on plane, shocking fellow flyers, including children.
Oh my gosh.
Did this happen in Texas, California, or New York? Screaming Southwest passenger strips naked on plane, shocking fellow flyers, including children. So, Mrs., what do you say?
I'm going to say New York, and I have no
Oh,
reason why except I'm saying it.
okay. Max, what do you think?
Gosh. Normally I would say normally I would say Florida, but
It's not on the list. I was thinking that too.
yeah. Let's see what's closest to Florida. I'm gonna say New York.
All right, we got 2 New Yorks in here on our panel tonight. So let's see. Legata said New York. Stunning said Dinobot Island. Mr. Angel said this has California written all over it. Buddy Hepburn says Texas, or as I like to say, Texas. All right. Any other answers out there for anybody on this one? Screaming Southwest passenger strips naked on plane, shocking fellow flyers, including children. Any more guesses out there?
You know what? I'm gonna change my. It's gotta be California.
Oh, California. Okay, so we got a California and a Texas on the plane.
I'm gonna lose.
On the panel. But Connie says Texas too. All right. Well, we will go ahead and give the answer then with this one here tonight. Screaming Southwest passenger strips naked on plane, shocking fellow flyers, including children. People really are wearing less and less on the runway.
That was funny.
They blurted out, Mr. Angel. We really can't tell, but hey, let's see. Get over there. At Southwest. Oh my God! Don't get me started on the movie Airplane. I love that movie and the memes and everything else. Yep. A Southwest flight bound for Phoenix, Arizona, was forced to return to the gate after an unruly passenger stripped naked and began screaming at the top of her lungs before takeoff. One eyewitness said it was a complete surprise to everyone who told of the shocking display. The plane was taxiing down the runway in preparation to depart Hobby Airport in Houston, Texas.
Oh, very good. I didn't get it, but
so wait. It was departing Texas. Okay.
Yeah, it's departing Hobby Airport in Houston,
Did it happen
Texas.
to be flying to California?
No, it didn't. It never made it off the ground. It was headed for Arizona.
Oh.
When the woman, who was still fully clothed at the time, walked to the front of the plane and demanded to be let off the flight. By the way, here I will show a quick picture.
Then they played the song. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I'm getting so.
And there's
hot.
video of this, but there she is blurred out. So
of course there's video. There's always video.
Yeah.
I'd be taking video, man.
It was very evident that she was having a mental breakdown, recalled one witness.
Good.
Another witness said she started jumping up and down, screaming at the top of her lungs. When the aircraft continued to move, the passenger proceeded to strip off all her clothes from her hat to her shoes.
Hey, Dadman.
Yeah.
It's Girls Gone Wild on airplanes.
All right. Footage shows the nude flyer walking up and down the aisle in full view of the passengers, including young children. It was very evident she was having a mental breakdown, recalled the witness. Oh, God. Here's a backside view of it. Strategic placed hat. The woman reportedly, at one point, the traveler started banging on the cockpit doors in her birthday suit, demanding to be let in, and even started rubbing her. What is with all this rubbing? Well, first we had the naked dude and the manatee. Now we got this lady rubbing her naked body all over a female flight attendant.
Rubbing.
All the while, passengers tried to remain calm. One said, quote, "I was just hoping that the plane didn't take off," the witness recounted.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the aircraft returned to the gate, cutting the pre-flight striptease short. When the door opened, an airline worker boarded and covered the woman in a blanket, but she ran out of the airplane.
Oh, my gosh.
So then she was subsequently detained and transported to the hospital for medical evaluation, not facing any charges following her expeditions. So I can do it and get away with it, right?
Yeah, but then you have
Let
to
me
be
go. I'm
Baker
going.
acted.
Goodbye, Max. Y'all take over the show. I'm running down the street now.
Okay.
Bye.
He will be Baker acted.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how Dadman Walking 55 got on a registry that does not deliver gifts.
Yes. And that is he gets to enjoy his comfy socks that have little rubber soles on them.
I know. Hey, I wouldn't get that kind of treatment. I'd get the straight jacket or something. But hey, yes, I don't think so.
Well, the straight jacket is just like a big hug.
Yeah, you're hugging yourself. Yeah. Buddy said she thought she was Ric Flair. Woo!
Oh God.
Yeah, Mr. Angel said everything is bigger in Texas, including the nervous breakdowns. Apparently, I have software to unblur that if one. Oh, no, I don't think you want to.
No,
I don't.
Thank you, Mr. Angel, but I'll pass.
Stunnings, I've had it with these.
Sorry.
Stunnings had it with these mother humping hoes on this mother humping plan. Yes, cat scratch fever. Buddy, you just. It scares me as young as you are with the old music you listen to. It's just not right. But hey, let's do a story for Mr. Angel since he's with us tonight. Okay, how's that sound, Mrs.?
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. So, all right, let's do this.
I'm on a mission, so I'm really focusing on this.
Oh, that's okay. All right, we're going to go to the Midwest, though. Oh, Mr. Angel said the single male passengers objected heavily against the disruption of the impromptu striptease. They were just making it rain. There you go. All right, for this story, we've got Arkansas.
I don't think she was that cute.
No, I don't think she was.
I don't think she. Yeah, from what I could discern.
Yes, but bye again. Thank you, Yarn Witch. Thank hubby for sharing that story with us because he contributed it for one of our late night shows. So thank you so much for that. Also, our next story: Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. So, yeah, but he said it's okay. You couldn't see anything with all that hair in the way. Sponsored by Manscaped. Oh, the hat! Don't forget the hat was there. Jeez, the goddess is already saying Kansas. Kansas. Okay, I got you. All right. Are you ready, Mrs.? Are you ready, Max?
Yo.
Alien burglarizes Subway restaurant. No, the other kind of alien. Max, where did this happen? Alien burglarizes Subway restaurant. No, the other kind of alien. Did this happen in Arkansas, Oklahoma, or Missouri?
Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. You said Oklahoma. All right. What? Any particular?
Oh, I'm sorry. You were asking Max.
That's okay. That's okay.
But, you know what? I'm gonna try and parlay my failure and go for Arkansas.
Oh,
usually I would be singing it, but
sing it.
Focusing. Oh, Oklahoma.
Oh yeah. Oh God, get her and Yarn Witch together on the stream that night. They were like
I
Oklahoma.
remember.
Yeah, it's like but yes.
But can you sing "Happy Birthday" to me?
Is it your birthday?
No. It's like happy birthday to you. Oh,
happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. It is your birthday. And we're wishing you a happy one. Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
By the way, Mr. Angel is denying being in those states. He's taking the fifth. So you said Arkansas, Max, any particular reason?
You know what? I'm just throwing shit on the crap table tonight. That's the only swear I'll use.
Okay. All right. Mrs. What
throwing that spaghetti on the wall and hoping it sticks.
Yep.
What about you, Mrs.? What did you say, Oklahoma?
I said, Oklahoma.
Just because you wanted to sing it? Okay.
Well, I said it earlier and I couldn't sing it, but you asked me again, so now I sang it.
There you go. All right. See, let's see. Manscaped. Okay. Buddy says Arkansas also. Stunning is saying Nevada because that's where the aliens hang out. Connie says Arkansas. And so Mr. Angel joined you, Mrs. singing Oklahoma.
Awesome.
So anybody else that's not put an answer out there. So, yeah, Mr. Angel knew. Hey, Mr. Angel, yeah, we had it in stereo with Mrs. and Yarn Witch on one stream a while back. Like every time Oklahoma came up, it's like break out a chorus, you know. All we needed to add a few more people, and we'd have really had a chorus. We'd have had the whole damn Broadway musical, probably. So
probably.
All right. All right. Any other answers of people out there? Any other answers? Let's know. All right. Let's see how this goes. All right. Just giving it another couple seconds, but thank you for being here, Max, tonight with us tonight, and hope West K goes back soon. All right. Well, let's go with the answer for this, folks. We will do this. Yeah, I like that. I see. We like singing around here, Mr. Angel. You know how that is. Yeah. Let's see. All right. The alien story. All right. Alien burglarizes Subway restaurant. I was trying to drag it out. We got all the answers in, I think, now. Alien burglarizes Subway restaurant. No. The other kind of alien. Missouri cops are on the lookout for a man who burglarized a Subway restaurant while wearing a blue unitard to conceal his identity.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Here's the picture.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
So he looks like a space alien.
I think that's an insult to space aliens, but...
Well, you get the backside. You can see the outline of his bum too, Mrs. So, hey, right there.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to pull up something here.
Oh, nuts.
Let's see. Blue unitard. Oh, well.
Yeah. Yeah.
See.
Well, they're looking at him, a man who burglarized a Subway restaurant while wearing a blue unitard to conceal his identity. He broke into a sandwich shop Sunday, according to police in Nevada. Nevada is the city south of Kansas City. So you got Nevada, Missouri to go with Uranus, Missouri. Got it. Little information is known about the suspect due to the concealment of his identity by using a leotard suit, investigators noted. Local residents have compared the boot-wearing thief to an alien, a Smurf, a member of the Blue Man Group, and an Avatar cast member.
I think those are very... that guy was kind of genius to do that.
I shared something with you, Dadman.
Yeah, it's like, oh no.
Did he look anything like this? The guy on the left.
No, he's not. He was a blue alien.
I'm not gonna pay $9.99 for a foot long.
I know it's way too expensive.
I used to do a better Roger Smith.
It's okay, but yeah, it's I like it though. But yeah, it's like that's an alien. I'm like, but hey, Smurf might have been better, But hey, let's see. All right,
maybe it's a guy in a CGI capture suit and he's out for lunch.
I don't know. Well, Mr. Angel, that one was for you tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking it's an actor, and they just don't get that much money. So give them a break.
I know.
Those poor little contract workers.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. We're going to go to the Northeast with this great story here we got here. How about that?
Okie dokie.
I say it's wicked pissa.
Oh, well, I like calling it Wisconsin. Yeah.
That's what they would say in Rhode Island.
Oh, really?
Did I ever tell you the story about that? Like when I went to school in Hartford for 2 years, right out of high school, and I went for the orientation. It's like me and I and a friend from my high school were going there, and it's like that night. It's like there were some vending machines, and I was like, "Hey, where can I get a can of pop?" I was like, "Oh my god, what did you say?" It's like pop. Oh my god, that's soda. And like 2 minutes later, the same guy who's from I was like, "Oh my god, that's wicked pizza." I'm like, and you were castigating me
for saying
pop.
No. Yep. Down south, it's all Coca-Cola. It's all Coke.
Yeah. So,
all right. Our next story, we got 3 here: New York, New Hampshire, Vermont. New York, New Hampshire, Vermont.
Vermont.
All right. Deputy watches over beaver carrying a branch across a highway.
Ooh.
He's watching over beaver.
Yeah. Deputy
Beaver.
watches over beaver carrying a branch across the highway. Did that happen in New York, New Hampshire, or Vermont?
I'm
Ooh.
going. I'll let Max go first.
I'm gonna say New Hampshire.
Okay. Max goes. Any particular reason why?
It's 50-50 guess. It's either that or Vermont. So
Right.
you know what? I have resigned myself to total defeat in the game tonight. So
Yeah, I am not doing well either.
Okay. Not Max with the beaver raid. All right. Legata says vermin.
You want me to guess?
Oh yeah, sorry, Miss. My apologies. Yes, Mrs. I thought you.
I think
said
Vermont.
Something. You think Vermont? Okay.
Because
any
it kind of
particular?
says vermin, and
Okay,
it was a
vermin.
vermin in Vermont.
Yeah. Mr. Angel says New Hampshire. Buddy says Vermont. Any other guesses out there, you wildlife lovers? Come on. Let's see. With 10 of y'all still here tonight, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight and having some fun and laughs with us. So, oh gosh. Buddy said Vermont, and Mr. Angel said if it was a New York beaver, it would be dragging a pizza log over the highway. All right. Any other guesses out there, folks? All right. We will go with the story. All right. Here we go. Deputy in upstate New York watches over beaver carrying a branch across the highway.
Oh, well.
A sheriff's deputy in upstate New York watched over a local beaver as it slowly hauled a branch across the highway. The footage shows a few downed trees along the side of the highway and a beaver that was making the most of the situation. Police said, wow, look at this industrious fella hauling his freshly harvested limb across the state highway 10 in the town of Tompkins. And they thanked the deputy for providing scene safety until he was safely across the road.
Oh my gosh.
Fluff Chick, I didn't see this at first, but yeah, Fluff Chick said New York. All right. Good to see you. Yep. Hope there we go. All right. We'll do one more. I'll save one.
Oh gosh, I'm not going to be done. Crap.
Well, I'll keep going. I got two more. I just we can see where y'all want to go with this. Do y'all want?
I don't care.
I'm trying to see. Okay. Which one do I do? Well, I'll do this one. If we want to do one more, we can. All right, we got 10 people. Let's see how many answers we can get in this time. Let's see. We're going to go back to what starts it all. Florida, Georgia, and Alabama is your next one right here with this one. KFC worker clobbered drive-through patron with a bag of extra crispy chicken and biscuits.
Georgia.
KFC worker clobbered drive-through patron with a bag of extra crispy chicken and biscuits. Did this happen in Florida, Georgia, Alabama? Max, you say Georgia. Why?
Atlanta all night long.
All right, Atlanta all night long. What about you, Mrs.?
I'm thinking it's Florida because we would do something like that.
All right, that's cool. Well, let's ask the chat. Chat, what do y'all think? Legata says Georgia. Mr. Angel says all of the above, probably. Yeah, probably all of the above. But where did this particular story happen? You know, when I look up stories in this, oh my gosh, the same event happens at Walmart all the time. You just do one thing at many, like in 30 different states. It could be runaway getaway guy, in a cart, and it's Walmart in New Jersey, Florida, all over the place. It's crazy. But any other guesses that we got out here tonight? All right. Well, we are going to. All right. Let's see. Here we go. We will get Yarn Witch Live, Alabama, because of the fun way you call it out. God dang it, son of a beaver bite for what? What? God dang it, freaking shit. You know, everybody's trying to out psychoanalyze me. I got Lisa in my head with like my typing.
Well, you know what, Dadman? It's your fault because you let them get to you.
Buddy,
Pecan.
it is Pecan. It is Pecan, and it is Oregon. Oregon, who played the last game on Friday night.
Do you listen to yourself, Dadman?
I know. I'm having a moment. But hey, it's like Buddy Hepburn learned. He strategized. Lisa, it's just, and now the way I call it, I love it. All right, that's cool. All right, you got to get back in here and play one time again soon. And do thank you, the hubby, for the story earlier. Fluff Chick Productions says Florida, and that was a long-winded rant just for the fun of it there. So
yeah, you're trying to buy me time.
Yeah, lack of the knowledge, Mr. Angel. So due to a lack of knowledge of the states, Mr. Angel is going Florida. That's not a bad thing. Yes, thank you.
That's usually a good guess.
Yes. Oh, Yarwin said it was just how you said it in a silly way, not when you're saying it normally. Well, I'll tell you, there was a sound effect at one of the local radio stations years ago, and that's what they say, Alabama, like that. That's why I do it. But yeah, it's. Do
you remember you remember that scene in Crimson Tide right before they get on the sub?
Oh, it's been so long.
No, it's so. It's where Gene Hackman gets on the microphone and he's giving orders to Cobb. It's like, Mr. Cobb, there's a name on this boat, is there? Yes, sir. Represents a fine state, very fine state, hard-working, very fine people, very hard-working people. And what's that name? Alabama. What do we say? Roll, Alabama, roll Tide. It's just. It's one of my favorite Gene Hackman movies. So, anyway,
that's nice. Yeah, that's okay. I appreciate the shout out to him. What a great actor!
And it's a Tony Scott film. May he rest in peace. It's beautiful, and it's about nuclear war, which is one of my personal rabbit holes. It's What can I say?
We could go on a tangent with that one night, but like Mr. Angel said, don't make me say pecan in Dutch now. Well, Mr. Angel, even in Dutch, it's still pronounced pecan. So there you go. Oh, the best, my friend. So, hey, all right. Where the hell were we on this one? Okay. All right. So we got some Florida. Okay. Whoever. I don't remember what everybody said. Okay. Are y'all ready for the answer on this one?
Sure.
Okay. KFC worker clobbered drive-through patron with bag of extra crispy chicken and biscuits. A KFC worker allegedly smashed a drive-thru customer in the face with a bag of extra crispy chicken and biscuits. Of course, why would you get extra crispy at KFC? After the patron complained that his food was being prepared in an unsanitary manner. I saw this very thing at a Popeyes almost the other day with his nagging woman about a guy. According to the police report, after he placed an order at a KFC in Jacksonville, Florida.
Woo! Sorry, Mr. Angel. I didn't mean to scream so loud.
Well, what about me?
You'll live.
But Mr. Angel has sensitive ears.
Yes.
And
I don't.
No,
yes.
You're fine.
You're the hired help tonight. Yeah, you're the hired help tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
I wonder where that was at. I would love to know.
He became verbally upset with a female worker who was not wearing a hairnet or gloves while preparing his order.
Oh, that is gross.
He and a KFC employee, whose first name was Shade, that's an interesting name, exchanged words throughout the incident, which he recorded on his phone.
Of course.
Yeah. When he, with the order in hand, she opened the drive-through window and allegedly tossed the food at Jenkins, striking him in the face. When questioned by a JSO deputy, he said that she said that he was very rude to her and snatched the food away from her. So she said she let go of the bag and observed the food land in his lap. But, she was arrested on a battery charge. She claims that he suffered damage to a tooth and had his glasses knocked off when hit by the order. So, yes, it's
what part of town was that? Do they say?
Yes, I got to go to the police report. It's not an area I go to. It's over on Edgewood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that way, that area. I'm not over in that area, but yeah, it was Edgewood, because a police report. That's the thing with the smoking gun. You can see the police reports and stuff, and I don't know. It's just there's a lot in there, and
Oh, that is too funny.
just it was really interesting to if you read the. I don't know. There must be something on that video for them to go to the step to arrest her, though. So it was interesting to see, but hey. It's
Well, if it's verbal, as long as it's,
yeah,
you can't do things like that just by
no,
their mouthing.
yeah, no, I know, but did she really throw it, or was it like she said it was? That's
Um,
yeah. Well, I
yeah.
mean, if
Well,
he
they
pulled
might have.
it and it
They
flew
might
at
have.
him accidentally,
They might have. Initially. I mean, you can arrest somebody initially and then release them if the
yeah.
evidence is not
Well, I
there.
think she refused. She didn't promise to show up for hearing,
Oh,
so they
well,
did it. So,
yeah,
but
that'll do it.
yeah, Florida for the win. No worries, Mrs. D and DJ Knight's here. Hello, DJ Knight. Welcome.
Hello.
Good to see you. Okay, I don't know. I guess I'm a little more forgiving on gloves and stuff. I mean, it's just like I'm.
Well,
I'm
whatever.
not because
I'm not.
I just.
I know what I
Well,
do.
as long
with
as they're
my
not
hand.
coming from the bathroom or having done.
you don't know what they've done. At
Well,
least
if they're
with gloves.
I saw that the other night at a Popeyes. This lady was like, now the guy did go to the back. He was handling cash, but he went to the back, and she was like, "Did you pack these sandwiches or did they pack it?" And he's like, "They packed it, but you handle money." I mean, they were in bagged chicken sandwiches, but you couldn't see it.
When I worked at a convenience store, we had a little deli area, and we had signs. If we rung up something in at the register, we handled money. We had to wash our hands before we handled food. Actually, when we did anything, we had to, but that was really a big one because money is nasty. The germs and stuff on money is disgusting. Hey, everybody, I'm done. Okay, we don't have to do any more.
Ba, 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 ba.
Yes. All right.
It's finished.
Well, I was just about to do one more story at least. So we got 16 people here because Max and I have to keep going. Then that looks
okay, you can
beautiful.
do one more story. I'll go ahead and seal it while you're talking.
That works. Yep. All right. So we only have a few more minutes, and thank you for everybody that's here tonight. Thank you for being here, and hopefully we had got you to have some laughs tonight and be productive. And just thanks for hanging out with us and chatting with us. So let's see. What am I going to do with the story? Yeah, Mr. Angel. I know money is really, really dirty. Bills are even worse than coins. I know. I just still. I come from an old generation, so that's what it is. We were tough.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
I am
we
older
did.
than you, and no, there's just certain hygiene things that, yes.
We were tougher back then.
If I saw them wash their hands, I would have been okay. But you don't know they wash their hands and what they're touching.
Oh gosh, I know. Well, hey, all right. Well, I got two different stories. I'll go with this one in case it's our last one tonight. So we will do this one. How about that? All right. We were going to stay with the great states that we've had: Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. So, all right. So, Florida, Georgia, Alabama. And there's nothing meant by the inflection of Alabama. It's just because I like saying it that way. All right. It could be the answer. It may not be the answer, but here we go. All right. Man wearing, quote, "I never argue," end quote, t-shirt busted for violent argument with woman.
I'm sorry, that's kind of funny.
Man wearing, quote, "I never argue," end quote, t-shirt busted for violent argument with a woman. Did this happen in Florida, Georgia, or Alabama?
I'm going with Alabama.
Oh, you're going to Alabama? Okay, any particular reason why?
Because it's Alabama.
Okay, good reason.
Tired by the tote.
While Max is thinking, it looks like we actually...
Florida.
You're going Florida. You did the eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I
Well,
hope
and
that
then
one works for you.
breaking news: Xavier is pulled within 2 of Texas in the final play-in game of the 2025 play-in round. So, hey, Florida, Georgia, Alabama. Let's see. Legata says Florida. Yes,
Florida.
Mrs. is very smart. Yes, she's very
Is that
smart, very beautiful,
either?
very, very talented. Buddy says it's Florida man again. So, Mr. Angel said Florida, Alabama. There is a town called Florala, Alabama. It's a combination of Florida and Alabama. You've been around here. You've heard me talking like crazy.
Florala.
If you're new, they have the no kidding, the billboard to the pharmacy in Florala, Alabama is pitched guns,
Drugs, guns, and Viagra.
ammo, guns, drugs, and ammo. Guns, drugs, and ammo, but it does have a blue sign up on top of the building, $5 Viagra.
That's right.
Yes. No kidding.
That's going to be a hard decision.
Depends if he can get up to the occasion.
Just hopefully it won't last hours.
They might have to seek help getting that down in a hurricane.
Okay. Doingy doing.
Well, afterwards, if it falls down, they'll have no problem re-erecting it.
Well, hopefully got some smokes in the pharmacy too, behind the counter. Reminds me of a scene from Airplane, Misses, and you know the damn scene I'm talking about. Our friend Otto the Autopilot.
The one that always gets edited out.
Exactly. So, see, I'm going to come back to this before we close because that's something that always gets me. But all right, let's go ahead and give the final answer. Man wearing, quote, I never argue, end quote, t-shirt busted for violent argument with woman. A man wearing a t-shirt declaring, I never argue, was arrested yesterday when an argument with a female acquaintance turned violent. He is accused of, he's 44, repeatedly punching the 24-year-old victim in the head while they were seated in a BMW outside. Here's a kicker, sitting outside an Econo Lodge. That's your mistake number one. In where? Number two mistake, Kissimmee, Florida. Do not go to Orlando. Do not go to Kissimmee for cheap hotels. You get what you pay for. So, it's really, yeah, exactly. I'm not surprised. That's probably out on 192 also.
Well, I got one. Hooray. I'm on the board.
The duo had traveled from Tampa, but were left stranded when the car broke down. After a few days at the hotel, they ran out of money and began staying in their vehicle while attempting to fix it and arrange for a tow. While he said he and the victim had been in a romantic relationship for several months, the woman denied the intimate relationship. The inability to arrange a AAA tow, the victim told police, upset him and added to the tension between them, which led to the verbal argument, which led to the charge. Cops noted that the victim had several bumps on the head, which appeared swollen and recent. Okay, it keeps going, buddy. I'm sorry about this. I apologize in advance, although he said he knew it. There is something about Florida and bodily fluids with this one. He claimed that he struck several times in retaliation for her punching him in the face. He added that after the woman, quote, threw urine at him from a cup they had. No, it gets worse. From a cup they had inside the car, that he broke the vehicle's windows.
Oh,
what is this, 4chan?
It's actually in the OF video.
OnlyFans, yeah. Florida man doesn't understand the irony of arguing while wearing a I don't argue shirt. They don't like being told what to do. Yep, exactly.
But was it a Florida man actually? Or
yeah, they came over from Tampa.
Florida. Oh, they came up from
Tampa. Yep. It wasn't the New Jersey people coming down and causing trouble. Okay. So Mr. Angel did say, if I die from Viagra, put on my tombstone Tombstone, I Am Finally Stiff. There you go. Now, this is one I want to hit real quick because we talked about this a little bit before, but that whole stupid, looking back at Smokey and the Bandit, you couldn't take cores east of, and that was true in the movie at the time. I think it had to do with the pasteurization process or the alcohol. There was it was really weird it had to do with the processing, but you couldn't take it east of a certain line. And it's like, so that movie was true at the time. I guess it's not so true anymore, but which kind of dates the movie, but still a fun movie if you ever get a chance to watch it in the theater.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah. Max, you've watched Smokey and the Bandit, right?
Yes.
How
Not in
do
the theater, but I loved it.
Yeah.
Especially
Closet distribution.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I get home, boy, when I get home, I'm gonna punch your mama in the mouth. Just, that I love that. That's DJ Knight feel like you've been living in Florida long. Yeah, exactly. Over the first two, I have not seen the second one though. I or at least don't remember seeing the second one. But see, to me, that's one where to me the original was probably
okay.
Stop.
Dadman, if you're going to continue to speak, I am going to say good night because I have to be up at 6:00 in the morning.
Yes.
And I haven't seen 6
You're getting up
o'clock
at 6? I thought I was getting up. Oh, that's right. You got to be there at 8.
I got to be there at 8. So I got to kind of start waking up. If I start waking up at 6, maybe I'll get out of bed at 6:45.
All right. Yeah, because you do have to get started by no later than 7:15 to get over the bridge to where you're going because the traffic could back up.
Yeah, I'll try. Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mrs. Finish promoting yourself real quick, and then Max and I'll wrap up in a minute.
Well, I finished the unicorn, everybody, and here's one after if you saw what I was doing, I was putting a sealer on it so the just to kind of keep the dust and everything from attaching to the exposed adhesive. Here's one that's completely done and sealed and put in its little frame that it came with. So we're going to have a duo of unicorns. But yes, tomorrow I will not be doing a morning musings, but I will at 5:00 be puttering around in Lego Fortnite. Friday, morning musings at 10, 1 p.m. I will be building a Minoso mini city amusement park. And I will also have an unboxing during that stream as well. Saturday at midnight, we'll be watching The Wild Robot. And then at 10 a.m., we'll be watching some cartoons. Super Mario Brothers Super Show, Mortal Kombat, Defenders of the Realm, Animaniacs, the original, and some classic cartoons like Popeye, Betty Boop, and those type of cartoons. Sunday at 3 p.m., we will watch The Pretender. We're in season 2 of that. And then Monday, I start my morning musings again. And at 8 p.m. on Monday, we watch Batman, the animated series. So there we go. That's the stuff I have in the next couple of days.
And if you don't know, make sure you're subscribed to her channel. She's now monetized and can take super chats over there. But I put the Ko-Fi link in as another way that it's a way the creator keeps more of the money than the YouTube super chats. And as you saw earlier, you're going to roll out memberships as time goes, right?
Yes, and also with the Ko-Fi, I get the money immediately. As opposed to waiting
3 months.
Waiting for when YouTube deems it appropriate to give it.
Can you imagine how much money that they make on interest?
Yeah.
Bastards.
Yeah, I mean, I know that some some investment companies, they'll take people's money and transfer it for one day somewhere just for the interest.
Yeah.
And then transfer it back. It's crazy what they can do with just one day. So
yeah, I know. I know.
yeah. So, but yeah. So, however if you would like to, it would be fantastic. And Ko-fi does have a monthly donation thing you can do, and I'm trying to figure out how to work it where if you support me monthly on Ko-fi or coffee, however you want to say it, that you will also get all the You can't get the badge. I've got to see if I can do like a gift membership or something where you can get the badges, without, somehow I'm trying to figure out if I could do that.
Hey,
So
hey,
that,
Mrs. Do you got an OnlyFans page?
yes. Don'tlook.com.
I tell you, I really think that y'all should. If there could be an angle about crafting and crafters and OnlyFans, I'm telling you.
No,
never
I'm
know.
not. No,
Good
no,
night,
we are
Mr.
not doing topless diamond painting.
Good night, Mr.
Oh,
Angel.
oh.
I didn't say you had to. The thing is the art of the tease.
Onlyhookers.com.
You don't
Yes,
show
only
anything.
hookers.
You just kind of tease it all. But
Well, no, believe me, on OnlyFans, you would not get away with that.
I'm not going to comment
There's
with somebody.
there is a type of quilting called stripping.
Yes.
So
Doing strip quilting.
There's
Yeah.
also a measurement, I think, of yarn called fingering also. So there's all kinds of stuff out there. Just put safe search on if you look for some of these terms, folks. Don't.
Yes.
Yeah, I got an eyeful when anyway, but it was a learning experience, even at 54 years old. But yes.
The more
okay, well,
know.
everybody,
Good night, Mrs.
Thank
Good
you
night,
so much for
Mrs.
being here.
Yes.
Look at the picture one more time. There's the unicorn. It's happy.
My little pony.
It will be.
My little pony.
It will be put in Dadman's room when we're done.
Yeah.
So, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Right
See
next
you
to the
later. I'm leaving the
Good night.
studio.
Yeah, I had some. Good night, Mrs. Let's see.
It's gonna be on the wall right next to your dream.
Sorry. She
Hey!
Hey, she left and I didn't get it off exit. Yeah,
But
I had
what
somebody.
happened to the boom?
Oh, you're there. Boom. But hey,
Do
yeah,
you
I had somebody once lay down a good solid joke once, and I'm like, not gonna give that suggestion tonight. I was like,
anyway,
nice move. Yeah, well done. Well played, pal.
Speaking of Marvin the Martian, so they Warner Brothers sold The Day the Earth Blew Up. They're a Looney Tunes movie to an outside distribution company, but you know what they did? They took all the Looney Tunes cartoons off their streaming service.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems like people would love that. So
yeah,
if you watch it, and of course, Mrs. has a Throne account. Max, so what are you up to these days?
I'm getting ready for the show. It's my first. It's just like it's my first show, and like I have basically, I'm giving myself about 2.5 weeks from today to shoot anything new and to pick out what I'm going to show and have it for sale and to shoot anything new because I'm figuring it's going to take 5 weeks to set up all the stuff, like to get ready, do all the stuff that I need to get ready to like sell. So
well, so you're going to have it on your channel, right? It's going to are you going to stream on YouTube?
Oh no, I'm talking about my art fair.
Oh yeah, the art fair. Okay, have you been doing any streaming on your channel?
No, I haven't. You know what? I'm gonna try and put together some Doctor Who content, and when I do, I will let you know.
Okay. Well, I know for a while you were doing it, but I know
I did, and then it dropped off, and things got busy, and I just let it go. But I am gonna try and pick up because especially with all the Doctor Who that's been dropped into YouTube of late.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and of course, is it real Who? Is it old Who?
It's classic Who.
Yeah.
Like the first seven Doctors.
Yeah, not Tennant and Matt Smith.
It's not like all of it. It's selected seasons. It's selections from those seasons, but there's still better. It's still better episodes than what the BBC's putting out. I mean, some of these episodes would garner anywhere between 10 and 15 million people on the first watch, as opposed to like Ncuti Gatwa's latest Doctor Who. It's like, oh, let's see if we can limbo below 2 million on the overnight. So
yeah,
I'm a diehard Doctor Who fan, and my heart's breaking.
Oh, I know. It is with a lot of the real Who fans.
Yeah.
The Doctor fans. You know, I keep saying Who, and I keep thinking
It's like
the band. So which
Russell,
is,
it's like Russell T Davies. It's like, oh, with the president in the office, there's so much. The LGBT people are more threatened than ever. No, just you, just you, because you suck.
Okay. Okay. Well, Max will be on with me next Wednesday night. We'll be talking more about baseball. We'll probably kick some of these other topics. It'll be more of a chilling with than a squirrel stream. So join us as we talk Cubs baseball and probably more about modern day baseball, old day baseball, and that's going to be the focus. But we might kick a couple of these other topics around. As depending on time and how the stream's going.
We'll be talking baseball, Moneyball, Powerball.
And I get this, Jess. I don't know if Jess is still here or if she's lurking because I know she lurks all the time and pops up when you don't expect it. But I know she talks Bears. I know she talks Blackhawks. She's got to be a Cubs fan. I don't see her being a White Sox fan. So, but then again, she may not like baseball. So who knows? All right, folks. On that note, remember, join me. Mrs. will not be streaming tomorrow. I will be live at 11. Going probably for 14 hours, close to that point. If it all works out, if I can pull off what I want to do, come say hi. Even if you don't know about sports, I'll try to make it fun, do everything else. And I might be rambling a lot to myself, but it's okay. I hope to have a few people drop in from time to time to add some life and some surprises to it, and maybe some serious conversation of some March Madness as it progresses. These are the 2 days of the year I really love. I've always loved it more than the Super Bowl and anything else. It's just nothing like 12 hours of sports heaven. It's like when the Rocky Mountain Quilt Museum, she was just in her heaven right there and excited. And so these 2 days are mine.
There's a Bruce Willis. I'll try and do this fast. There's a Bruce Willis movie called Striking Distance, and he's a cop and has Tom Sizemore, Dennis Farina, John Mahoney, Robert Pastorelli. Anyway, Tom Sizemore leaves the cops and comes back, and it's in Pittsburgh, and they're at this cop ball, and he gets drunk, and there's a fight, and Bruce Willis gets into a fight, and Tom Sizemore gets on top of and the fireworks are going off, and Tom Sizemore gets on top of the table like, the best day of the year, better than Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, now, yes, March Madness, the first 2 days are better than Christmas these days. My kids are adults now. But starting at 8 a.m. on the Pacific Coast, yes. So, obviously, thank you, Max, for being here. Thank you to the missus for being here. Y'all have a great day, great night, great everything it is, and we will see you tomorrow. Bring friends. Like I said, I don't mind talking. If you have questions about basketball, I love teaching the game. I love talking about it. I like new people that may not know it. And hey, come by and say hi, and we'll have some fun together. We'll figure something out. On that note, have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.